Hi, I've just gotten into work. It's 10 o'clock. It's the most beautiful day that we've had, and I thought I would bring you around for the day. We're heading into the shop, and we'll see what we have going on today. Hello. So today is Tuesday, May 7th. I just ran out to go get some sandwiches from the little coffee shop across the street. It's a busy, Tuesdays and Thursdays are busy. We have a class that meets in the morning, and it becomes kind of there's a lot of people in the store, so I didn't get to record a lot, but hopefully I get to record a little bit this afternoon, and then I will share some progress on some projects when I get home. So today has been kind of a strange day. Lots of stuff getting done. Blocked some things, helped some people with some things, sold some stuff, rearranged some displays, and now I'm up here in our little extra room up here. So it's a little bit of a mess, but this is upstairs at the shop. We sometimes will have lessons here. There's the door to the roof, and we have our steamer up here, and it is 1,000 degrees because I've got it on to steam a sweater. And it's almost 3, so I've got to go home soon. And the kids have a zillion things tonight, so I'll be knitting at baseball after I drop Harrison off at his friend's house. And that's that. So let's box one. Good afternoon. I just got home from work, picked up the kids from the bus, and I thought I would share a little bit about the projects that I'm working the most on right now, before we divide and conquer for all of the other things. Like I have to bring Harrison to a friend's house whose mom's gonna drive him to basketball, and then I have to pick up Shar and then bring Bend baseball. So I figured I would take a minute and share with you what I am working on and what I've been kind of like anxiously happy and excited to get back to. So the first thing that I have been really working a lot on is my Lento. And this is by Jana, who is at Lina magazine. So this is the Lento, and I am using Moondrake's Starlight Sparkle yarn, which is a fingering weight tweed-like with a little bit of stellina, gold stellina in there, in the Bliss colorway. And this was gifted to me by my dear friend Laura Ross. Hold on, I'm gonna tip this up a tiny bit. And she gifted this to me for my birthday. And I'm still on the first skein. I'll show the sweater in a minute, but I'm holding it double with some mohair from Knitting for Olive. And this beautiful pink. And it's like a perfect match, and it's so soft, and oh, I'm absolutely loving it. So I shared this on the Skein Scoop podcast, but it starts off with a provisional cast on with a provisional cast on that you then fold your sweater over and then knit them together. So this is a folded over, and I did it on a barber cord, which was really fun. I also did, when I knew I was halfway through the amount I was gonna do, I did purl a row. I'm not sure if you can really see that, but I didn't want it to be like just a straight round thing. So maybe if I flatten it, you'll be able to see it. Let's see. No, I don't think you can really tell because of the fluff, but I did do that. It's the only modification I did. I think I'm doing the 4th size on this, but you can check in my Ravelry page, which will be in the description box below. I finished and separated for sleeves, and I've done about 1 inch since separating for sleeves. So I worked on this quite a bit, and I am just loving this. I know that this is not something I'm gonna wear this summer, but it's just been such a joy to pick up and work on, especially once I was like cruising through those raglan increases, and I love the way they look, and I love how airy it is, and it's gonna be like something that I can sort of be a little fancy in if I wanted to wear knits. I think a lot of my knits are like comfortable, or like the pattern is something that I've always wanted, like the sheep camp. My sheep camp is light gray with hot pink, and it's so fun, but it's not something I would wear like dressed up and whatever. So I feel like this is something that's going to be like a go-to to grab if we're going out to dinner, or we're going on a date, or to church. It's so pretty. So I'm really happy with this. I think it looks so beautiful. I'm holding it in my Skein Yarn Shop tote while using a Skein Yarn Shop Local Yarn Store Day Progress Keeper. So I had started this, and then I love how much I've done a lot of progress since the podcast. So we podcasted a week ago, so that's pretty good, considering it's not the only thing I'm working on. The other thing I'm working on regularly is the pair of Woolens and Nosh Advent 2023 socks, and those are in my car right now, but I absolutely love them. I am just knitting as much as I can on them, and then I'm loving the feel. I'm loving having the socks on the go, and yeah, I just love socks. Are you guys sock knitters? I feel like there's not a ton of sock knitters at the shop. So I'm always like, you know, if somebody's working on a sock, I'm like, oh, you're working on a sock. I love socks. Tell me about your socks. Anyway, this next thing that I want to show is the Cinnabar shawl. This is something that I have had in my Ravelry queue for so long. I couldn't wait to make this. And I was kind of like, what am I going to use? What am I going to use? And my friend Gail had gifted me these 3 beautiful skeins of her hands. And I'll do one at a time so you can really see. It is stunning. I don't have any information on where this yarn came from. I mean, where the roving came from, or what brand it is, or where she got it, or what the fiber content is. I know nothing. All I know is I had this in my stash and I was wanting to make a Cinnabar, and I just decided to make it using this. So I have 3 skeins. This is the 3rd skein, and I am working from small, much smaller because I'm far in. And the other main color I'm using is this Renew from Barocco. And this is a gorgeous yarn. It is 35% viscose, 30% wool, 30% nylon, and 5% cashmere, and it is gorgeous. I'm using this that I got from the shop, Skein Yarn Shop, where I work. And this is my Cinnabar shawl so far. It is a brioche shawl by Andrea Mowry. Half of it is brioche with lots of increases, and the other half is striping the colors, the main color and the gradiating yarn. So this is the garter side. And then there's this white center seam down the front of it, and then this half is the brioche. So it's an asymmetrical triangle. It's called Cinnabar because it has these sections of where the main color flips for 8 rows. So you could really see it on this side. See this dark section here and this lighter section here. That's where the color change occurred. I absolutely love it. I'm getting to the point where I don't even really have to look at the pattern. If you are interested in brioche, I think this is a really great first pattern. It is so pretty. And I haven't done a ton since last week, but I am concentrating on these things. So I'm not feeling any guilt about casting things on, but I am trying to pull out some things that I have already going. So I've been working a little bit on my Sweet Shop blanket, but I haven't done anything since the podcast last week at First Gain Scoop. But somebody brought in some crocheting today to the store, and I was just like, oh my God, I really want to get back to work on this. So this is my Battenberg blanket. And it is a crocheted blanket, and I am using my Suburban Stitcher Dreaming of a Pink Christmas yarn as my little pops of color, and I am using Barocco Vintage Sock in this gorgeous taupe color. And I had started this a few months ago, and I just decided today I'm gonna pull it out and start working on this some more. So each of my squares is a little bit bigger than, well, it's quite a bit bigger than what the pattern calls for. I think the pattern calls for you to do 1, 2, 3 rounds. Nitty Natty is doing this blanket and she's doing 4 rounds, but I decided to do 5 rounds. So each of my squares is about 5 rounds wide. And so I've done some in the taupe, and I've done some in other colors. And so I am just gonna pull this out and start going again because I am really looking forward to crocheting something and getting a little bit more into that. So I have to watch some tutorials on how to seam these together, but I'm going to do it very willy-nilly, if you will. So I think I was getting 1, 2, 2, 3, I think I was getting 5 squares out of every 20-gram mini, which I think is perfect. And then I had to change some things about the hook size, but I know I'm using a hook that is an F hook. I use these Clover hooks that we sell at the shop. I'm using an F hook in here, and I am just going on and creating these little squares, and then I'm gonna put them all together and make a giant blanket someday. And crochet is something that I am not great at, but I love the finished look. I think my goal was to do the 5 squares, sew in the ends, and then put them aside. So I did that with 2 of my colors so far. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 2 colors done. And then I decided I wanted to see what the taupe would look like, which I absolutely love this yarn. It is so pretty, and I think that the pinks and the taupe just look so nice together. It makes me really excited. And I'm going to use the taupe to connect them, which I think is going to be really fun. But I obviously need more than just 3 colors done, or it's going to end up being like the same thing in one section and then the same thing in another section. And I don't really want that. I want it to be very random. So I'm going to get going on some more of these, and my goal is to do a few more. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I have this in my most favorite bag. This is a Delicue. I'm wondering what this is. Oh, I guess I already wound up some yarns to use for the next couple colors, which is great. I have so much yarn in here. This is my favorite bag. This is the Delicue. I mean, sorry, it's not a Delicue. It's an Attenti bag, and this is just the most soft, squishy, perfect pink bag to hold pink squares of yarn for a Battenberg blanket. So I think what I'm gonna do is put all of this away. I have to go take Harrison, drop him off. It is about that time. And then I've got to go pick up the others and drop everybody else off. And then I'm going to go sit. It is a gorgeous day out today. So I'm going to change into some sweatpants and a t-shirt so that I can go sit comfortably and knit a sock at baseball. I hope everybody's having a great day. It was nice chatting with everybody today. Sorry if this was a little chaotic. It was sort of last minute plan on this beautiful day to record a little bit of what goes on. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I will see you later. Hi. What's for dinner? Where did yours come from? Good morning. It is the next day. It's Wednesday, the 8th. I figured I would share a couple things before I edit this video and put it up online. If you don't know, I live in Rhode Island with my husband and our 3 children. And 4 weeks ago, my husband ruptured his Achilles, and 2 weeks ago he had surgery. So this morning we were at his doctor taking care of like the next steps. So he's been working from home, and he is non-weight bearing. So he literally can't walk, he can't do any of that. So I have kind of adapted all of my day to like figure out how to help him with all the things. And anyway, it's been quite an adventure, and we're just at the start. So he we went, he had a really good appointment, had the stitches removed. If you're one of those weird people that likes to look at videos and pictures of gross things like stitches, I just don't understand because I almost threw up, but I didn't. I was good. He had his stitches removed, and then they put him in a regular cast, which is great because it's a lot less heavy and he can drive. So not sure he's gonna be driving very much, but at least he can if we're in a pinch or just need a kid dropped off someplace. But it is a gloomy day here in Rhode Island, although it does appear like the sun is trying to come out. It rained all morning. Anyway, while we were waiting in the doctor's office, I brought in my sock, and since I didn't show you yesterday, I figured I would show now. I have knit quite a bit since we last. This is the Woolens and Nosh Advent sock from 2023. I brought up my sock ruler. This thing, if you don't have one of these, you should get one, and we sell them at skeinyarnshop.com. So you should go on over there and check it out. So this is a sock ruler. It has measurements up to 10 inches. I wear a woman's size 10, so I like to knit my socks until they're about 8.5 inches long, and then I do my toe. So all you do is insert the sock ruler until it lines up with the heel, and then you can see I'm at 8.25, a little bit shy of 8.5 inches right there. So I have another little bit of time to go before I start my toe. And if you don't have one of these, you should get one. Go to skeinyarnshop.com and pick one up. So I'll probably, finish the knitting of the foot on here and start the toe. Might finish the sock tonight. That would be great. And last night, I know we were talking about the crochet bug that I was feeling. So last night I dug out all my stuff and I crocheted a couple squares. Let me show you. So this is for my Battenberg blanket, and I was working on these here. So these are I'm getting 5 squares out of every mini. I have 25 pink minis. So I did 2 last night. So it's, crochet is something that I enjoy doing. I don't particularly think I'm that great at it. It's not like super comfortable, and I don't love the fact that I can't look at watch TV like I can watch when I knit. So this is sort of like a meditative thing, and every once in a while I just get the bug that I want to crochet a little. So I've got 3 done, and then this morning I started my 4th. I do really like this pattern. I do really like that once I remembered what I was doing, it was pretty quick to do one of these little guys. So I'm hoping to keep this out in a regular rotation so that my gauge doesn't change so much, or my tension. So that's the plan with that. So we just got home, like I said. I just emptied out the fridge, took out some garbage, and now I am running some laundry, and then I'm gonna sit here and upload this video. And I hope you enjoyed this. I know this was kind of a thrown together little chaotic bit of my life from yesterday and today, but I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.